Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. Boom. And today it's episode 1200. Hard to believe. And today we're looking at Weeping Wall. I've been waiting for this to come out on iOS for ages, and it's finally here. Hello. How you all going? It's episode 1200. Who would have thought when I first started doing this silly little show back in the day that this was going to happen? We were going to get to 1200 episodes. This show's almost been going for what? Nearly 4 years. We started off during the inconvenient times, and here we are at crazy o'clock, 1200 show. My name's Jade. This is How to App on iOS. If you didn't know already, I'd like to welcome our Wart Warriors. You too can become a Wart Warrior by clicking the join button down below. Or if you're on an iOS device or Android device, there's links in the description to do so as well. Also want to let people know, just bear with me a sec, want to let people know that Patreon is changing soon. Over on my Patreon, it is changing because things are happening to do with mastering. If you don't know, over on my Patreon, every weekend I master people's songs and do app giveaways. Well, that is changing. Not really, changing a lot. But my mastering software has improved. And I was doing some work yesterday, testing it all out. And trust me, your masters are going to be so much better going forward. It'll take a few weeks for me to get used to this new software, but it's all happening. Thanks, Thomas, for posting the links. And there's the Wart Warrior Bizzo Magizzo. Thanks, Thomas, and Hi Lady Campion and Legs. Hope you're doing good. Dev, what is happening? Been watching you on the quiet lately, not really commenting in chat because it's late for me and I'm in bed watching you at night, jamming away, getting your album happening. Leela's in the house. Well, she's kind of in the house. She just did a great show, but she's off somewhere else now to fix somebody's computer. God help you. Scars and shadows, what's going on? Fish is in the house as well, and I see Hugh down the bottom saying hello. Hello, Hugh. Good to see ya. Alrighty. Oh yeah, another milestone too. 3,800 subscribers we just hit as well. Exciting stuff. So thank you for everybody who has supported the channel, continues to support the channel and all of that jazz. But today we're going to be looking at Weeping Wall. What the hell is a weeping wall? Well, I'm glad you asked, because not only is Weeping Wall made by our friend, well, new friend, because this is the first time I've taken a look at one of his apps. As you can see in the title here, Aqeel Aadam is the developer. Not only is he the developer of today's app, he is today's featured artist. He's a musician as well, and I love it when developers are musicians as well. So we're going to close the show with one of his songs. So that's cool. And yeah, we're going to get into Weeping Wall. You're going to love Weeping Wall. It is definitely unique. It is strange, and it's right up my alley. But before we do that, let's celebrate episode 1200. Hello, Brad Example as well, by taking a look at the Beat community as we do every day. So this is a wonderful site. You can go and add to your favorites. Check it out every day. It gives you updates to iOS apps, desktop software, samples, expansions for all your music needs. You can find it all here on this website. You know what I'm saying? Mateusz, what's going on? Seagull Rock Squawk, no interview today. It's tomorrow. Tomorrow's interview is actually going to be so rad because it is with my dear friend, Leanie Perez is coming on the show. How cool is that? So we're going to have heaps of fun with Leanie tomorrow. I can't wait for that. It's going to be really, really rad. Boom. All right, let's get back over to the beat community. What were we doing? We were looking at this, weren't we? Hey, cover by CQ, what's happening? Nothing really has changed here in updates or anything like that. Ryota Kira has released KQ MIDI. I haven't had a look at it yet, haven't got it yet. We'll probably have it in a day or so. Spatializer on sale, 4 pockets. We looked at rings yesterday. GSDSP's released Quantum Distortion. We're going to look at that next week. It's mad. It's off tap. It's sick. Here we go. Aqeel Aadam has released Weeping Wall, so that's what we're looking at today. Price drops. Anything of notability? Not really. Spatializer, Nambu. All of the Clevgrand apps are on sale. That's about all that's really happening at the moment. But today we're looking at Weeping Wall. Weeping Wall. Sounds like my battery's running down. Really? And do I sound that tired? That's strange. They shouldn't be. I'm alive! Or is it something to do with my mic? I don't know. Where are we? So we are at Weeping Wall. $8.99 for Weeping Wall. And it is, as it says, a garden, a Zen garden of responsive sound. Is a standalone app, or is it it's also an AUV3. You can use it as a soundscape machine, a drone. You can use it as a looper. It's basically a looper. Or you can use it as a delay. So there's lots of ways you can use it. I'm going to make something fucking weird today. Don't I always? So here is Aqeel's website. There it is. Boom. This is Aqeel's website. You can head over here. It is aqeelaadam.com. Here is also his Bandcamp page. So it's all linked. Dear. Oh, okay, cool. I'm slow. Look, guys, tell you what, this week, the next few days, there's a lot happening. Straight after this show, I'm off to film Walk With Me. I normally film it 2 days ago. So I'm out to film Walk With Me back in my hometown where I grew up. I'm going back to visit my childhood house and apple orchards, and I'm taking you to strawberry orchards and all these wonderful orchards today. It's going to be sick. But then I have to come home, start editing at 8 o'clock at night, prepare for the interview tomorrow at 8 in the morning. Then I'm going on Pete John's show straight after my interview. Then I have to finish editing Walk With Me for the next day. And the next day I'm doing a show before Walk With Me. The next 2 days are going to be so much fun. If I'm a little bit grumpy, please don't be upset with me. Anyway, let's get into this app. Let's make some noise. So here is Weeping Wall down the bottom here, in the bottom corner. It is a looper. I have all these instruments here, including a vocal, and I'm going to just start recording sounds into this and let it create a wall of whatever happens. I have no idea what's going to happen. So grab onto your seats. Let's see what happens next. Let me mute my mic and we'll do this. Oh, before I start, I do have another microphone over here, which because you can record vocals, anything into this. All right, let's go. Okay. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? All right, so let's mute that. What is going on today with, hang on a minute. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. That's better, I think. Something going on with my mic today. Let me swap mics. Something is definitely wrong today. Give me a sec. Hello.
Boom. There we go. That's fun.
There we go. We're back. Cool. So that was pretty rad, huh? I think I know what it is. I don't think I charged my microphone last night. There we go. Let's chuck that in there. I didn't charge my microphone last night. So pretty rad sounding stuff, huh? Let me take off this headset. Really, really cool stuff. Let me catch up with everybody who's joined. And I think, thank you, Pookie. I saw Pookie give me a super chat. Oh, good God. Always on the 1200th show this shit happens, doesn't it? It's always on the 1200th. You know, every 1200th episode, everything goes wrong. Trust me. I've been here many times. Once, in fact. Thank you, Pookie, so very much for the super chat. You rock. If you'd like to donate or super chat, it's very... I'm very thankful. It is episode 1200 after all. Let me get everything sorted. So, yes, this is a looper. It is a delay. It's many, many things. Hello, Not Crazy. Hello to Cy Effin. What's going on? Les Fuller. Hello to you. Let me see. What did you write here? I'm a recent subscriber to the channel. Glad to be here. Wanted to watch you play through Weeping World before buying. Thank you very much for joining the channel and enjoying this stuff. Glad to hear. All right, let's get on and tell you how this thing works. So we'll kill this project. I'm pretty sure I've saved it. It doesn't matter. I'm going to remake it. You know, it's not the end of the world if that happens. So let me show you how this thing works. Now, it is an effect, so you need to load it as an effect. It is not something that is you can load as a standalone, but in this instance, in AUM, we're loading it as an effect. We're going to load up Piano Tech. Just keep it nice and simple. So we can explain everything here. The weeping wall. So it is an effect. Load up in the effect slot and make sure my keyboard is connected. Doosh. And you can see straight away, as soon as I press a key, it starts looping. And you can tell when something is looping by this little dot here that is weeping down the wall, flowing down. And off it goes. There it goes, la la la. If I play another note, it's going to add another one in there. You can have up to 5 loops running. You can go from 1 down here, your little circles, you can drag up and down. So with this one, it would just be 1 loop. If I push it all the way up, we have 5 loops. So off they go. Let's add in another one. So I've just added another one in. Let's put a really high C in there. And off it goes. Rock and roll. It can get a little bit chaotic. Now currently we've got 5 of these loops running, and you can see there's 5 of them because there's 5 weeping tears down the wall. We'll call them tears. I don't care. Now as soon as I play something else here on the keyboard, the first one will be replaced. Let's try that. So the first one has now been replaced. Till eventually I rewrite over all of them. Now I know I'm just going crazy at the moment, but it's just to prove a point. Okay, so there you get the general idea. As I said, down here is where you can control how many loops are running at one time by the amount of dots. You can change that in real time as the loops are going and happening and all that kind of stuff, so you can change that. All right, let's talk about these little circles on each side here. So to the left up the top, we have a threshold. Now, what is that? This is how loud the sound has to be to go in for it to register a sound. This is the threshold. So if I have it all the way up as a big circle like this, and you can see the numbers, 0 dB. So if I play a low note, if I hit my keyboard really lightly, you can see it's not reaching the full outside of the circle. So it's not triggering a loop. But if I drag this down with my finger to minus 37 dB and now play a note, see how it goes over the circle, and that has been recorded in. So that is your threshold. Let's just throw an effect on here to give it some guzz, give it a bit of alt tether or something, just a bit of sexiness. We'll put it on the end actually. Let's do that. Yeah, there we go. Hey, Rhett, what's happening? So we can add in another. So you can bring this threshold all the way down and it's going to pretty much pick up anything you play. So you can see we're starting to build up our weeping wall. We've got 3 happening at the moment. Okay, let's go down to our next circle here. We'll just stop this. Love that. So the next circle down here is our looper size. And if we take this full, you'll get a 3-second loop. So now if I play a bunch of notes here, it should pick up most of those because it's around 3 seconds. And that becomes the loop. Now, if I change the looper size now, it will not affect what is already recorded. That's recorded. That first loop is recorded in. You can't change that. So that's in. But now that I've changed the loop size to 67 seconds, the next thing I play in will be a shorter loop. Let me just change my thing here. I want to change the settings here. We'll go into the settings in a minute. Pause loops and destroy. That's what I want. That's what settings I want. Okay, so yeah. Let's start again. So we'll set this to, what was it, 3 seconds? And then we'll bring down for the next one in. Now notice what's happened. Did you see that's just stopped playing there? That is because our hold time has been brought down to 0. And this is how you use it as a looper. So let's bring our hold time up to infinite. Now you'll see because I have a smaller loop size here, playing a lot of notes has given us this drone, which is just... That's going to keep going and going and going infinitely. Let's turn up the loop size. And now we've added in that little bit there. Let's change the loop size again. So these aren't all running at the same time, right? So hopefully you get the idea of how this loop size works. If I change it now, it won't affect anything that's already recorded in to the 3 loops we have running now. But the next thing it will affect. But we have this thing underneath called jitter. And what this does is it takes the loops that are already playing and it kind of shifts them around a little bit. So you start getting a little bit of offset sounds. Let's make the jitter a little bit bigger. So you can hear it start to subtly evolve. Now let's add something else in, like a low note. Wow. So cool. We can change the jitter again and start to vary this all up even more. But wait, there's more, because we can also reverse this. So down the bottom in the middle, we have a reverse button. And you ready? Let's reverse it. And we'll put something else in. It's just so wonderful what you can do with this. Now, if I want to stop this at any time, if it's getting too annoying, this is where we can use our infinite hold time up here. So I can grab this and just pull it down all the way to 0, 1 second, and it's going to stop playing, because this is our hold time. This decides how long the loop's going to keep going. Now, this is how you can use it as a delay. Right, and I'll show you how to do that now. Hey, Frank Terzo, what's going on? So if I play some notes now on the piano, we can use this as a delay. So we bring this hold time all the way down. So it's doing its thing, but you see it's stopping it. So we've got it in reverse now. Let's take it out of reverse. We can even bring that further down the whole time up the top here. And we have a dry and wet volume, so I can fully take out all of what I'm playing in now. So if we stop this completely, bring it up a little bit, and now when I play the notes in, you'll notice it won't pick them up. But we start to get the loop. And this hold time is set currently to 6.8 seconds. So you're going to get 6.8 seconds out of it before it fades away and disappears into obscurity. You can bring up the dry volume a little bit so you can hear what you're playing. And also what you can do is down the bottom next to the reverse button, we also have semitones. So we can set this to, we'll set it to infinite, add some notes in, right? And down the bottom here, or we can take it down 12 semitones. And you get this really dark dirge underneath, just humming away and grinding, and or you can still hear just wicked stuff. Okay, we'll leave this humming for a minute because it is our halfway point. I need to run an ad every day on the show. We run an ad thanks to YouTube being my overlord boss. And if you want to avoid the ad, you can become a YouTube premium member and that'll help. But today we're going to run the ad. Let's do it. The ad has been run. And while we're waiting for people who may have got the ad, you may or may not have gotten an ad. It's up to YouTube. Let's see what's happening again tomorrow. Boom. Leanie's coming on the show. It's going to be rad. Can't wait to have her on. Very excited. Also, Walk With Me is happening on Friday, US, UK time. But before Walk With Me this week, there is a live show. I'm doing a live demo tutorial because there's so many apps at the moment. I've got a backlog. I've got to catch up. And we're taking a look at this super cute glitchy FM synth, FMQT, developed by a female. Female developers for the win, yeah? We've got to support our female developers. So we're going to take a look at this really cute, bright pink FM synth. It's really nice. All right. Let's come back over here to our... Look at this thing. It's still going. It's still doing its thing, man. It's rad. So sweet. So menacing. And the beautiful thing is, because you can go up by semitones, you can create harmonies as well. So if we go up to a 7th, if we're staying in the same key here, now it's going to get out of time. All right, let's quickly talk about some of the settings in here. Now, this is available also on desktop, on your Mac and desktop. I don't remember the price. We'll have a quick look at it. It's not as good as the iOS one. Why is that? Because the iOS one has settings, and it has. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly positive, but I'm pretty sure the desktop one doesn't give you the power to sync to your door and stuff like that, where this one you can. So up the top corner, we've got this little settings panel, and here you can have beat syncing. So currently it's set to free running, but if I hit tempo synced loops now and go over here to this loop size, you'll notice it's not going up by a seconds here. It's going up by quarter bar, quarter note, dotted quarter, triplet quarter. So you've got a half note, half dotted, half note, a bar. So these actually will be in time to the BPM of your door. Let's put in the next one. Whoa! Let's have it back over to the settings. So you've got the option to tempo sync the loops. So it says here, loops can be free running or sync to the tempo. Hey, Tremor Bear. I think I saw Tremor Bear going in the house. Now you've got how to stop the looper, because as you saw back here, to stop it, I would have to pull down this and bring it down to 1 second and let it die out, right? But you've got other options in here. So here it says auto stop loopers. Loopers will automatically be stopped when the door transport stops. So I've currently got it set to stop and destroy loops. So that is when I press play up here. So when I start pressing play, it's not doing anything. But as soon as I hammer in some notes, so it's working, and instead of me having to drag this down as soon as I stop the transport, it's going to stop. So not only can you do that, you also have, so stop and destroy, you have do nothing, you have pause loops. So with this one, if I play in some notes, and then if I stop the door, it will stop, but then as soon as I hit play again, it will continue playing. So it keeps it in the memory bank, right? And you have pause and restart loops. So if I pause now, then hit play, restarts, and the last one is stop and destroy, like Seek and Destroy by Metallica. If I stop it and then hit play, nothing's playing because it's cleaned out the actual loop. We also have down below a crossfade length. So the length of the crossfade that occurs between the start and the end of each loop. This will only affect new loops. You can have this as up to 1 second. So this is the crossfade. The fade length can be up to 200%, and the time in units, you can decide seconds or percentage of loop length. So you can decide how many seconds you want the fade to go ahead there. We're going to leave it on this. We'll put it up to like there. Playing some notes again. And before long, very easily, you can add in something like Hammerhead, kick up a kick drum, maybe it's not in time perfectly yet, but we can get it closer. Close. Now I think I have an example of this in another project that I can show you. So again, you can add any instrument you want to this and build up. As you saw in the beginning of the show, I had a big project with lots of instruments all connected to it and was choosing a path. Let's show you that. I have a second one here. What have we got? 15 minutes. Cool. This is my first weeping wall demo. Let me show you how this one I had set up for today. So I've got a thing called Zoa here, which plays automatically a whole bunch of notes randomly. And I can send that into any of these instruments here. And all of these instruments are all being sent down here into the final track here, which is the weeping wall. So let's start off by going over to Zoa. We'll do a reset of Zoa, maybe. Zoa, what are you doing? Bro, what are you doing, Zoa? What's happening? Let's send this Zoa out to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to set this up, destroy loops. Okay, we're all good. We've got our jitter set there. Got to bring down the volume here. Bring this up. Now, what I'm going to do is play Zoa into this bass to kick off with. So I'm going to set the timing to this to a whole note. And what will happen? Hey, Ed B Metal. And now, when I'm going to add in some reverb over here, a couple of reverbs, and let's hit play, and we'll bring Zoa in. Bring up the bass. Now I've removed Zoa, and now I'm going to connect it to Spelldozer, but I'm going to change the timing of it. We're going to speed it up and do an eighth. I'm going to stop it. We're going to bring up rings effects. We're going to change this to a quarter note. Wow. Then we're going to bring this to make it to a half. And we're going to add this to the piano. And what do you know? Instant bloody hippie music. If you're paying attention, Leila, I've already got Stellavox running. It's just a really interesting, creative app that is just wonderful. So let's clean this out. Let's just do a clear. The last thing we'll do is we'll grab a mic and we'll add some vocals in here. So let's just, because you can add it to each individual track. See how I had all those tracks going into one track at the end? You don't have to do it that way. Let's put a mic in here, and you can just add it as an effect to each individual track. So there you go. We've added Weeping Wall here. I'm going to unplug this mic. Hey, there we go. I had the wrong hole in the wrong plug. Pretty interesting stuff, huh? So it's pretty wild. Let's see how much it is on PC and desktop. I can't remember. Weeping Wall. How do I find it? I think it's on Gumtree. From Gumtree, I think. Gumtree, Weeping Wall. I have a feeling that's where you get it. Maybe. No, what am I saying? Gumtree. Gumtree. Oh, no, Gumtree. Is that what it's called? I can't remember if that's what it is. Gumtree. No, it's not Gumtree. What is it? Gumroad. Gumroad? Is that what it is? God, what is same with Gumtree? Gumroad. Weeping Wall. Here it is. Yes. Gumroad. So here it is. You can get a demo of it for free, I think. I think you could. Maybe you can't. There used to be one. $50. Well done, Lady Campion. You are on it. Windows, $50. Universal, $50. So yeah, it's been out for a while actually. Like this is why I was really excited to see it finally on a Gumroad. Gumtree is a thing here in Australia for selling crap. So it's been out for a while, and I remember when it first came out, I was like, "Oh man, I want that on iOS," and here it is. It's pretty damn rad. So $50 on your desktop. But guess what? On your iOS device, so much cheaper. $8.99 if you're a Patreon. I've got a few copies to throw at Patreons this week. So there's all that. Thomas Christ is up next. I think that's it. I think you get the idea of it. It's heaps of fun. I could sit here for ages and make walls of noise, but we got to get out of here. Thank you for coming along for episode 1200. I want to thank Pookie for the kind super chat. Thank you so much, Pookie. I don't know where you are. You're probably traveling at the moment. I didn't even see how much it was. Thank you so much, Pookie. You rock. All right. Let's go back to live chat there. We're good. So, doing something different today, which is great. We get to play some music by the developer of today's ad, Aqeel. And I just love this kind of stuff. I get very excited by it. So here is Aqeel's website, which I've already shown you. But here is his Bandcamp, and it is pinned to the top of the channel. So go and, if you want to go and support him, go and check out his music. He's got a bunch of albums here. If I can click on this. Now, two of them I can't really play. He's not sure if he's got copyright content on them, the two latest ones. This is the latest album here. So you can get these on all streaming services as well. So that's rad. But we're going to play a track from Daydreams. And what do we got? We got a few minutes. I think we're going to play... we'll play The Smell of the Shore. That's what we're playing. Goes for about 4 minutes. I am getting out of here and I'm heading out to walk with me. I'm going to my hometown. We're going to apple orchards and all this stuff. I'm going to probably meet somebody from this community today and get him on film. Maybe Gregory O'Sullivan. Who knows? But that is happening. All right. Let's play this track. Remember, stay awake, my friends. Do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better. And we'll all rise together. Which song was I going to play again? I can't remember. Smell of the Shore. That's what I was going to play. Smell of the Shore. Let's do it. Alrighty. See you later. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah, Thomas Christ is up next with You Rock. How could I forget that? So I'll dump you over there, folks. Stay awake.